Hello, this is the video for the Elddis Caravan. I'll show you the caravan, we'll have a walk around, I'll show you what there is with it, and there are loads of extras. So it's the Elddis Mistral Vouge SE 2-berth caravan, and it was made in 1997. I have this CRIS registration document for this caravan in my name. That's the Central Registration and Information System that you can join. £15 if you want to change the ownership of this caravan into your name. That's not a problem. Now, this caravan, like I say, was made in 1997, and it's in extremely good condition. It's coming with loads of extras. It's coming with the water butt and whale pump, and there's also a water filter in there. Round the back is the wastewater container with the wastewater pipes. There's a caravan cover, which is new, I bought that last year. There's also an awning. There's a caravan step, there's the leg winders, and this caravan also has a motor mover on it. So what I'm going to do, as I walk around, I'm going to explain things to you. I'll show you how to operate the motor mover and that it works and it's remote. I'll put the caravan cover back on so you can see that it's a breathable caravan cover, and it's also got the cover for the towing hitch. I'll put the awning up, you can see the awning, and then I'll speak to you about dimensions, weights and one thing and another, and then I'll show you inside the caravan. So under this front locker, there's about 3 sets of keys to this caravan, and all the locks work. So in here you have the spare wheel, you have a couple of Ivy's vests, you have a breakdown triangle. This here is it's an adapter that goes on the end of the hookup lead, so you can plug it into your domestic electricity supply at home for charging the battery or freezing the fridge down before you set off anywhere. That's coming with it. You have your blue fluid and your pink fluid, I'll speak about them after. A jug for filling. You've got the mallet and the caravan awning pegs. Gas bottle with a regulator, and there's plenty of gas in that bottle. Also down here you've got the attachment for the driver stabiliser, and what you do with this end slides into there, and then this fitting on the back here, this attaches to your fitting under your car, then your tow ball bolts on, and then this slides into here, and it's held in the back by a pin. And what this does, this gives you like an anti-snake stability for your car. We've got the leg winder, you've got the spanner for the gas bottle if you want to change it to a different fitting. This here is for the motor mover, and I'll show you what that does after. You've got the water barrel on a little trolley, but if you don't want to use it on the trolley, you can use the handle here, and that just slots into the top here and the bottom, and then you can roll that barrel. Whale water pump, and in there also you have a water filter, which will probably need changing or cleaning, and these just screw out. Clean it or put a new one in and put it back. The brakes work fine on this caravan. The handbrake works good. The tyres are good. All the external lights work. There's 1 or 2 little dings in this side, but nothing major. You have a little bit across here, a little bit there, and I'll point these out as I go around, because what I want you to do is get an overall idea of the condition of this caravan, and that allows you to make an informed decision as to whether this caravan is for you. I can also deliver this caravan to you, and I can do that at £1 per mile, postcode to postcode, one way. Now, if I can get the asking price for this caravan, I'm quite prepared. For the first 100 miles I'll deliver it free, and then it'll be £1 per mile thereafter, one way. There's the caravan step. So we'll have a walk round. In here is the hookup this is where the hookup lead goes. Also the battery behind here, and this battery is brand new. I put this battery on the 16th of this month, and it's a proper Caravan leisure battery. Behind here is this isolator switch for the motor mover, but I'll do that separately. I'll show you how to use that and how to operate it, and the hookup there for the 240 volt. All the locks work on the Caravan, and there's about 3 sets of keys as I recall. Very, very straight across the back of the Caravan. And down here we have, this is the wastewater container with the wastewater pipes, and at the minute I cannot find the cap for that, but obviously before you pack everything away you'd empty that. This here is the Caravan cover and the tow and eye cover. That's a breathable cover. I think I gave about £80 for that last year. Next to it in this bag is the awning, and it's a Riviera Lux 260. There's also a wheel clamp that's going to be coming with the Caravan. We'll just take a look down this side. This Caravan is in fantastic condition for its age, and I hope it shows up on this video and the pictures. But there's a little bit of a ding there. You've got the stable door. I'll explain that to you after. We'll take a look down this side. There's a little bit of a ding there, and a very, very tiny one here and here. That's this side. It's a bit close to the fence to see properly. The tyres are good. I'll show you the tyres. I didn't show you one at the other side. I'll try and get back around and show you that. And under here it's on the Alco lightweight chassis, and I'll talk to you about weights and dimensions after. So that's the outside of the Caravan. What I'm going to do next, I'll operate the motor mover. Then you can see that. I'll operate the motor mover. I'll put the Caravan cover back on, so you can see that. I'll then put the awning up, so you can see that's all there and good, and then we'll have a look inside. So that's the outside, and everything's coming with it that you need. All the accessories are there. You don't need to buy anything, add anything to it. It's all there just to hook up and go. So I'm going to do the motor mover next. Just before we do the other stuff, I forgot to show you the cassette toilet, which is behind here. And what happens in here is, this bottom section comes out, and this is for your waste. And the way you clean it is, you click that down when it's full, pull it out, it comes all the way out right down to the floor, and you can carry it away and drain it. And the way you drain it is, you tilt this back, you pull this round, screw this cap off, tip it down an appropriate drain, put a bit more water in it, cap back on, give it a good swill, tip it away, then put a couple of litres of fresh water in it, and the blue fluid that I showed you in the front locker, put an appropriate amount of that in there, and the blue fluid breaks down matter. That just clicks back in there. And this top one, this is the flush for the toilet inside. And what this has, it has a tank at the back of here. This is a filling neck. If this runs dry, tip an appropriate amount of the pink fluid in here, then fill it up with water until it starts to run back on you, then that is full. So that's the Thetford cassette area. Now I'll carry on with the other stuff. So the weights and dimensions of this Caravan are, from the inside of the van, from the back of the window to the front window, the inside length is 13 feet 2 inches. And the total length of the caravan from the back to the very front of the towing eye, that total length is 17 feet 10 inches. The caravan weighs 830 kilograms unladen, and it can max out, its maximum weight is 1050 kilograms. And to tow this caravan legally, your towing vehicle, the minimum curb weight your towing vehicle can be is 1106 kilograms. So them's your weights. Your towing vehicle I've just explained. The caravan is 7'2" wide, and from the very peak of the top of the TV aerial to the floor is approximately 9 feet. So that's your weights and dimensions and what car you can tow it with. So this is the motor mover, and the way to operate it is like this. You have this bar, goes on there, like that, and then you turn it a full 180 degrees and it engages the wheel onto the tyre. Take that back off, then you come to the locker where the battery is. The battery's in there, and that battery is actually brand new. I put this battery on the 16th of the 6th, 18, which is this year. It's only been on a few days, and it's a proper leisure battery. So this is the isolator switch for the motor mover. Pull that cap off. Inside here is stored the key. It slots in like this. Push the key in and turn it until it stops. That's the isolator now switched on. So you've engaged the motor, turn the isolator on, you shut this drawer back up, and then to the remote. You turn the remote on with this button, and this light above will come green. The light's bad, I can't see it. Right, there you are, that light's on, and it's not flashing, so that means it's okay. This button makes the caravan come to you. This one makes it go away from you, and these down these sides make the caravan slew right or left. So we'll bring it to us. You have to be close to this corner. To us. Caravan's moving to us. I want it to go away from us, so we press this one, put it back. It's a caravan going back. Now you can use either side of these to slew it left or right. So we'll just, for example, use this one. Caravan's coming this way. This one, caravan's going that way. This one, caravan's coming this way again, and caravan's going that way. And this system works off the 12-volt battery, so you need to make sure your battery's always well charged. So that's the motor mover. It all works. Don't be scared of using it, because it doesn't run away with you. It doesn't come at you fast or anything. It's just a case of have a play with it and get the feel of it. So that's the motor mover. And here's a caravan with its caravan cover on. It's a breathable cover. I bought this cover last year, about last September, October, and I think it cost me 80 quid. It's brand new. There's no rips or tears in it, and like I say, it's a breathable cover. It also comes with the towing hitch cover, and it has its own bag that it all packs away into. So that's the caravan cover. This is the awning. It's a Riviera Lux 260. So two doors in the front, these zip out. The door at this end zips down and flaps back, so does the one at the other end. It's 8 foot wide, 8.5 foot long, and then from the floor to the top of that peak it's 5.5 feet, so you've got an inside height of about 7 feet. So we'll take a quick look in it. These poles, you've got 3 poles at the front, and they attach up here, and then in here there's like a black fiberglass pole that slides right back into a little pocket. So you have 3 poles at the front. These hold up the canopy. You push them through here, and they go onto a little clip here. Same in the middle, and same with the end pole. This is a storm strap. You strap it down. Just take a look inside. There we go. Riviera looks 280. It's a nylon awning. This is where I'm going to struggle again. If I put my foot on that. So inside the awning, it has fly nets at the doors, so you can unzip the door and have it flat back and have the fly net. This window here has its curtains, and they just velcro on up the top and down the sides like that window there. So this is your curtain, and at the front these have the curtains as well, and these are zipped up either side, and then you just roll them up and fasten them back into these toggles. And the same again, this is velcroed. They just pull back and you can fasten them into these, so you can let light into the tent in the day, and at night if you want to use this area for extra sleeping, you can make it private simply by closing the curtains. There's a pole here, so that's a pointy ended pole. There's one at the other side. They adjust by this, so they slide in and out for tension. And this pole has actually come out now because it's windy, but up in this corner, in there's a little pocket, and the top of this pushes into it, and I'll show you better at the other side. So this is the pole I was on about, and these poles are the ones with the spikes at the bottom for sticking into the ground with the adjusters on them, and it goes behind this, in there, behind the rubber padded protection for the side of the Caravan. Right up in that corner there's a little pocket, and the end pushes into it, and then it has 2 bars across the roof. Same again, little pocket, pushes into there. You loosen and tighten it with this, so you loosen it, push it in, tighten it for your tension. So there's that bar across the roof, and then there's one across the front, and it's exactly the same as the bar that's across the roof. So that's the awning. So what we'll do next, I'll show you the motor mover. I'll show you that the motor mover works and how to operate it, and then we'll take a look inside. So the awning that I'm about to show you, it has its own bag for the awning, and it's got its own bag for the poles, and everything fits snugly into this bag. So as you come into the Caravan, it's got a light above the door, and that switches off inside. It's the stable door, like I was saying to you, and what that means is you open the door, click that way, shut the bottom, and you can have the top open and against the Caravan, and that locks into place by pushing that knob in. So that's your stable door. And also behind this door, as you come into the Caravan, you have a full length fly net that goes across the door, and you pull it across like this, which I glue one hand, you pull it across like this, it clips back on here, and then this runs the full height of the door. And here is the on and off switch for the outside lights. To the back of the Caravan is the cooking area, the sink, etc. So you've got 4-ring hob, grill, oven, a bit of storage underneath, and I've got these lit so I can show you that they're working. And it also has a glass lid that falls down when you're not using it. So all these rings are on. The grill's on. The grill works. Can we see in that? This is where I mount the camera, isn't it? Let's try again. Yep, grill's on. And also there's a grill tab. Then below the grill there's the oven, and the oven's lit. And this is a cracking oven. It's stainless steel lined, very, very clean. And you can see that it's lit there. So that's that, and I'm going to turn them off because it's red hot in here. And under here it's just a little bit of storage, and these are the isolator switches for the gas. So when they turned in this position, they turned off. So I'll turn these off as I'm cooking. Red hot. Like I say, it's got a glass lid. Going to leave that as it is for a minute because it's red hot. Next to the cooker is the sink with the drainer board, hot tap, cold tap. Oh, cold tap. I've got to turn the pump off. 1 second. Pump's on, so that's going to be just once wiggling outside on the whale pump, but all the taps work. Above the taps you've got a cupboard space, you have a rack in there for plates, and it's all nice and dry in here, like that. You have a light above, a 12-volt light. I've got the fly nets down at the minute at all the windows. All the windows have fly nets and they all work fine. And then you have blackout blinds, and all the blackout blinds in the van work. So then you come to this side, and this is the door to the bathroom. Push the button, pull the door open, and in here you have the vanity unit, and this tap pulls out on a long pipe like this, and it connects into there, and you can use that as your shower. Sink with a vanity unit above, glass doors. Shower tray. Shower tray is brilliant, there's no cracks, splits or anything in it, and there's also a plug for it, as there is a plug in the sink, which I forgot to mention. Over here you've got the Thetford cassette toilet. Down at the bottom here, this is an indicator, and it shows you when, I showed you the cassette outside, when that's getting full, it moves this way and it turns red, so you know that it's full and it needs changing. And to operate this toilet, I'll lift the lid up and set it. And what you have down in here, you have a little gate that goes across. So you open that gate by turning this lever. So this opens and shuts that gate. So you open it, do your business, and then this one here, this is the flush, and you turn the flush like this, and it's pointed, it squirts out the pink fluid that I was showing you earlier. Then close it back up, and a good little tip is just put a bit more fluid in there, and what that does, it keeps the seal stops the seal from going hard. Toilet roll holder, a vent above with a fly net and a towel holder. That's the bathroom, toilet, shower. Next to there you have the gas fire. Got this gas fire lit, and there's two ways to get this van hot inside. I'll explain this to you after. So the gas fire's on, and if I look down in here, we should be able to see pilot light down in the bottom, yeah, down there in the bottom corner. There's a pilot light. That fire's lit, and I'm going to turn it off because it's too warm in here. Then above the fire you have a wardrobe, and in this wardrobe you have the rail above, and back here is the signal booster for the TV aerial, and down below is the 240 volt fuse box. and this lid lifts up, but it just gives you access to the back of the fire. And on the back of the fire here, this is the Fan Master fan, which I'll explain about in a minute. So then, opposite this wardrobe, you have the fridge. Now the fridge is turned on, and it's on the 240 volt. And this is the on and off switch for the 240. This is the on and off switch for the 12 volt, and I don't know if that works or not. And then across here are the controls for the gas, and I've never had it lit on the gas, so I don't know if it works on the gas. Above here, above the fridge, you've cupboards, cupboard space everywhere, loads and loads of storage, and it's all dry in here. I need to show you, because you need to know everything about this van, and you can decide whether it's for you or not. Below them cupboards there's a little shelf with a little clock on it. There's a little cupboard down here, and in this cupboard there's a little 2 kilowatt fan heater if you want extra heat. Shelf above, blanket to blank dustpan and brush, that's coming, that's free. Above here and to the side are all the control units for the van. So up here you have a carbon monoxide detector. There's also a smoke alarm detector in this van, but change the batteries, be safe. So these controls, now I said to you, there's 2 ways of getting hot air into this van. You can either use the gas fire on its own, or you can use this Caravan Fan Master system, and this also operates in 2 ways. So if you've got the gas fire on and you want to blow hot air around into the shower room, there's a vent in the shower room, and it receives hot blown air. So this system will work on 240 and it'll work on gas. So you click this switch down and the light lights up. That's now working on the 240. So you come down to here. This is a thermostat control that determines the temperature. You have an on button and an off button. So remember, we're on the 240, we want to get some blown air. You'll click this button and a light will light up here like this. So click that on, this light lights up, and I want it down into the electric section. So 1, 2, 3. This is now electric auto fan. So depending where you have this set, this will detect the temperature and it'll keep clicking on and off. Or you can have it on electric slow fan, like this. So that'll settle like it has now. So now this is blowing continuous hot air on the 240 volt hookup. Now you can operate this in conjunction with the gas fire. So I'll turn everything back off. That's the Fan Master now turned off. Now let's assume that you've got the gas fire on, and these up here are for the gas. So the gas fire's on, you turn the fan on, the light will settle, and then it'll blow warm air via a little fan from the back of the fire, and it'll blow warm air into the bathroom. So it works on the 240 or on the gas, and they're a fantastic little system. Next to that you have a 240 volt plug socket, that works, and then you have an aerial jack and a plug socket for a 12 volt TV. This control below is a simple on and off switch. 2 ways again you can get hot water into this fan. On the 240 volt hookup, click that switch down, this lights up, and then it's heating your hot water on the 240. If you want to use the gas for the 240, you come to this control here. Up is off, down is on. Green light will come on, and if there's no faults in the system or your gas is not low, this will remain lit and it'll heat the hot water on the gas. So you can have hot water with the 240 volt hookup or hot water with the gas. And just be aware, if for example you've got it turned on the gas and you flick the 240 volt switch on, that will trip out, and it means a trip under the bunk at the front to reset the system, and it's just a simple little red switch that you push back in. Above here is the condition of the battery. Now this is on the 240 volt hookup, and remember this has a brand new battery on it. It's a proper leisure battery for this van, and it was bought on the 16th of June this month, so it's only been on a few days. It's brand new. These other controls here, this is for the pump. This is for the pump for the pumping water through the system. You've got light switches, you can turn them off here or at their own switches on the sides, and then you have two auxiliaries, and they work in conjunction with, for example, the fan master and things like this. And below is a small bank of screw-out fuses, 10 amp fuses. These are all for the 12 volt system. This rocker switch at the side, it has car here and van there, Caravan. So it's a rocker switch like this. Now when that's in the off position, all your 12 volt lights will turn off, the pump will turn off and everything. But at the front, that light and that light are 240 volt. The rest of the lights are 12 volt. And the point I'm trying to make about this switch is, where it says car, when you're towing this Caravan and you plug in the grey plug and also your black plug into the rear of your car, the grey plug, when it's plugged in, come in the Caravan, click that to car, and the alternator on your engine will charge the leisure battery. When you're on site, click it onto van, and all your 12 volt systems back on. Now to the front, remember what I said, there's fly nets, blackout blinds and curtains at every window, and they all work. So these are the 240 volt lights that we just looked at, on and off. Under here there's 12 volt spotlights, there's one there and one there. A shelf above, and another 12 volt spotlight under there. You've got the 12 volt light there, one at the back and one above the sink, and also one in the bathroom. And under here is just a stick-on extra light, an LED light. Plug socket 12 volt, 240 volt, that works. Plenty of cupboard space above, again on either side. Above this cupboard that's at the side of the fire, there's a cupboard here. I'll show you inside, then you can see that everything's nice and dry. Smoke alarm, need a battery. Another cupboard above. Nice and dry in there. Last cupboard above. Nice and dry in there. Then to the front, this is for leveling the Caravan. Self-explanatory, it's nearly level, and it's not nearly level, but there we go. Here we have, on top of this cupboard section, when you're making up the bed, this lifts out. You can either leave it in and make your double bed across here, or you can take it out, store it in the back of the van, and then it makes this bed area even bigger. On top of these cupboards, on top of these drawers, sorry, you have two drawers, one there, and then this handle here, you pull it out, and this is going to make a tabletop, so it pulls out, and then you flick it back like this, and that gives you a good size working table to do on it whatever you like. Like I say, all this unit just lifts out, and how you lift it out is flip that cushion back, flip this cushion back, and then the whole thing, put an hand at either side and just lift it out. And to make up the bed in the front, which I'm going to show you, I'm going to do that in a second, you grab this handle, pull this all the way back, and it pulls laps out like this, and then you rearrange your cushions, which I'm going to do in a second, and that makes up an absolutely fantastic large double bed. And below is another extra storage cupboard. And then under here you've another 240 volt plug socket and an extra aerial jack and 12 volt socket. So if you wanted to have the TV on this table that I've just showed you, just plug your TV in there, plug your air in there, and you can watch it in the front. Another blown air vent. Now remember about the fan master that I was just showing you, blows warm air through there. And before I make up this bed, I'm just going to explain to you about CRIS. Now what CRIS is, it's a central registration and identification scheme. So this document is the equivalent of having a logbook for your car. So this caravan's registered in my name, and I bought this caravan in October last year, and the caravan was registered on the 17th of June 1997, and these are the details of it. With this document you'll also get a credit card size identification thing. So you carry this with you, and if you get stopped by the police, you give them this. They check through the CRIS system to find that you're the legal owner, so take photo ID, i.e. driving licence. They check it, 5 minutes, you're on your way. It's a very good scheme to be involved in. It serves many benefits. It proves that you're the legal owner. Sometimes you need the CRS document to go into certain European countries. It shows that it's not been subject to an insurance loss, for example, and various other things. Now, when I bought this caravan, I upgraded. I got it registered with the CRIS, but then I also upgraded to the brand new 2016 scheme, which I've not yet installed. But what this piece here is a microchip. So all the details on that chip correspond to me and this caravan, and what you do with this slip, you hide it internally in the caravan. So what I'm saying is, if you have this system fitted and the police are doing checks for stolen caravans, etc., they have a device in their vehicle that can read this chip, and if this chip says that this caravan's stolen, they'll stop you. If this chip is not recorded as having the caravan stolen, you're on your way. So they don't even have to stop you to check your CRIS documents. So I've not fitted this yet, and this is all in my name, but whoever buys this caravan, what I will do, I will phone CRIS up. I'll inform them that I'm now not the owner of this caravan. I'll give them your name and address, so you'll be the registered keeper, and all you need to do, if you want to do, you don't have to do, is apply for the registration document, and it's £15. So I hope you grasp what I'm trying to say about that. To me, it's very important. It's security. Here is the motor mover that I showed you earlier. There's the remote. 2 sets of keys, and the only instruction manual I have in this van is for the fridge. Right, now I'm hoping I've not missed anything there. So what I'll do now, I'll make up this bed and show you that. Just to go back to these taps, remember I said the wheel pump outside needed a bit of a waggling in the fitting. They can be a bit temperamental, so if your taps don't work and your pump's turned on the panel, just go and waggle the wheel pump in its connect. So that's the cold tap. This is the hot tap. They work, and the hot water gets really, really hot in here. Be careful. Hot tap. One bit of air out. Hot tap. And cold tap. So just to reiterate, the problem we had there when that tap wouldn't work was just simply the connector outside just needed a bit of a waggle. So if it does it to you, you know exactly what to do. Now I'll get on with this bed. So there's the bed made up. All that upholstery is good. There's no rips, tears in it, fag burns or anything like that. It's all very good. And that little set of drawers that I lifted out, all I've done is just set them on there above the fridge. Well, I think I've just about covered everything with this Caravan. It may have gone on a little bit and be a little bit long-winded, but I need you to know the condition of this Caravan. I need to know everything about it, what comes with it, etc, etc. You've got all the accessories that are coming with it. You've got the freshwater container, whale pump with handle and a little trolley, wastewater with pipes, hookup cable that's about 40 foot long, the adapter for the hookup cable to plug into your mains at home, leg winder, stabilising bar for the front of your car for towing, triangle, a couple of high-vis vests. If you go abroad you've got to carry them by law, and you have to carry alcohol breath testing kits of at least 2, because if they test you with one and you haven't got a spare, you'll get done. French love it, they'll have you for fun. It's CRS registered, so you know that it's the Caravan's registered to me and everything's okay that way. Plus, like I said, if I can get the asking price for this Caravan, I'll deliver it free for 100 mile, and the rest will be at £1 a mile for the rest of the journey, one way from the OL14 postcode, and that's Todmorden, Todmorden, Todmorden in West Yorkshire, and I'll take it anywhere in mainland UK, out to top into Scotland, South Coast, wherever, Wales, anywhere. So, well, I hope you've got all the information you need, and I can't think of anything more to say, apart from thank you for watching this video. Oh, one more thing before we go. This Caravan doesn't leak water in, it's not damp, there's no mouldy, musty smells, and the floors are solid. So, having said all that, I can't think of nothing more to say, only thank you for watching the video, and bye for now.